And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center for the season opener of Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Basketball as they take on the Westborough Rangers here this evening. Tom Nappy on the call alongside Steve Spector. And right now, we're going to send it down to courtside for the opening announcements and the introductions. Another season of Hillers basketball starts now.
Good evening, and welcome to Hopkinton High School for tonight's varsity boys basketball game as the Westborough Rangers take on the hometown Hopkinton Hillers in our first game of the 21-22 season. Hopkinton High School and the TVL is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship. We will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed towards competitors, coaches, game officials, or other fans. Please make sure your behavior reflects respect towards everyone. And as always, our favorite reminder, masks are still required indoors. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Westborough Rangers. Number 4, senior Aiden Larkin. Number 13, sophomore Carter Bentley. Number 15, freshman Justin McCafferty. Number 21, senior Nicholas Boyd. And number 24, junior Andrew Gray. The Rangers are coached by Dan Breedy, Josh Callanan, and head coach Brian Willer. And now for the hometown Hopkinton Hillers. At forward, number 35, sophomore Sam Pantera. At forward, number 34, junior Cole Deisenroth. At guard, number 3, senior captain Caleb Rayam. At guard, number 10, senior captain Nate Casper. And at guard, number 15, senior captain Nick Paharik. The Hillers are coached by Cheney Gaudette, Chris Banks, and head coach Tom Keene. If you'd now rise for the playing of our national anthem.
There you have it, the starting lineups and the national anthem, and we are ready for some Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity basketball on HCAM as they take on the Westborough Rangers. Tom Nappy and Steve Spector on the call. Steve, we'll hopefully have a normal season this year. Last season very different, only a 10-game season. It was all league opponents. And to start things off, we're getting a crosstown non-league opponent in Westborough.
Yeah, this is always a big rivalry. It's kind of a tradition that they play early in the season like this to kick off. It's a great season kickoff game. Looking at the rosters really quickly, there's Westborough has a freshman, number 15, Justin McCafferty. That unusual to see a freshman starting. Both teams have 6 seniors. So, anyway, we're excited to be back with you, and looking forward to a fun season here.
Absolutely. Standing in the center circle, we have Cole Deisenroth for the Hillers, matched up with Justin McCafferty, the freshman for Westborough. And both of these teams, they usually play each other very tough. And they typically meet once, sometimes twice a year. There's been past tournaments that they've met, holiday tournaments. But they are starting things off against one another this year. Of course, Hopkinton and Westborough familiar with each other from the girls volleyball state championship we just had, as the Hillers beat Westborough, and we are underway here in game number 1.
It's a good plug there right to start the season with a state championship there. That was great.
Miss from the corner. Yes, absolutely. A miss from the corner by Boyd, Hillers ball. Yeah, that was a fun championship game, a great atmosphere. Driving in is Casper, and he lays it in. First bucket of the season for the Hillers.
Setting the tone, full court press.
Coach
almost a travel.
Coach Keene likes those full court presses, and we have a steal along the far side. Deisenroth now taking it down is Casper as he feeds it to the corner. Now back to Casper at the point. Takes it in from the wing. Around the horn they go. Shot from up top, off the glass, and in. Deisenroth.
Not sure if he called glass, but it doesn't matter.
A nice 5-0 lead to start things off.
Great start. Traditionally, Hillers oftentimes start with a oh, there we go.
And McCafferty is going to be called for the offensive foul. Hillers ball. Got him with the charge there.
Kind of cleared him out.
Casper up top. Feeds it over to Paharic. Now to Pantera. Back to the wing to Rahame. Driving in Paharic. Trying to get around the defender. Off the glass, no good is Pantera. The foul drawn.
Wow. He willed that up as a 1-on-3, but a couple Kevin McHale-like ball fakes and was able to get the shot off. I'm not sure if the Westborough players agree with that call, but Sam's on the line for 2.
And he hits the first.
Yeah, these guys know each other from AAU, all sorts of leagues growing up, travel teams and all that. And here we are. A lot of them are in their final swan song here at the seniors.
And he knocks them both down. Sam Pantera in the scorebooks with a couple of points.
There it is.
Nice steal by Deisenroth. Up for the shot. Got it. His second field goal already. The Hillers off to a 9-0 lead to start things off. We also want to welcome in our viewers from Westborough. This game also airing on Westborough TV tonight. And we get a steal there by Raham, and here comes the Hillers driving in, up and in, Paharic.
And there it is, 11-0.
What a great start for the Hillers.
Goodness.
I don't think you could start off a season any better than that.
I mean, Deisenroth hits the 3 off the glass, and then he has a steal, then he stops and pops and hits another bucket. And just the floor sort of tilted in the favor of the Hillers to start the game and the season off, and you can feel the energy in the building.
Yeah, looking at this roster, these players, a lot of them pretty familiar with each other. Good amount of names returning from last year's team. And they have 2 very nice captains in Nate Casper and Nick Paharic. Certainly some good leadership.
And Caleb Raham at the top is what captain, I believe, too, right?
Yes,
well,
you are correct.
Just don't want to leave him out, you know.
I believe absolutely. I think the experience of this team will make some noise this year.
Very excited, and Westborough's got to come up with some sort of an answer and quick, or this game could get even more out of hand than it already is.
Well, you know the Hillers will keep their foot on the gas.
Right.
Off the timeout, Westborough ball. Nick Boyd inbound. Off the entry, full court pressure by the Hillers.
Relentless.
Tosses it to midcourt. Over to Larkin now underneath, up, no good. And we have a foul as Andrew Gray off the missed shot went up for the rebound.
I think that was Nick Paharik that kind of just disrupted the shot. He didn't really block it, but he certainly threw the shooter off.
Carter Bentley on the entry. And we have a foul. Another foul against the Hillers. They're going to get Paharik. Or make that Deisenroth on that one. Team second for the Hillers. Along the corner is Bentley. Now up top he goes Boyd around the horn. Trying to get it to the elbow. It's stolen away. Casper driving in, and he'll draw the contact.
Hillers still pitching a shutout there. You know, aside from having 11 points on the board early in the game, their defense is really fueling the offense with about 3 or 4 steals already.
Yeah, they certainly have some good height this season. I think they'll be very good defensively, especially from inside the key. Casper hits the first of 2. He has 3 points so far tonight. No good that time. Westborough rebound there to collect was McCafferty. Taking it up, Bentley. Fires it over to Larkin. Back to Bentley, now to the corner to Gray. He'll feed it over. McCafferty. Back down to Bentley. Bounces off the defender, tosses it to the corner. Shot, no good by Gray. The Hillers have it.
What defense? Oh, just relentless.
Casper collects and takes it up. Down the lane, no good. Put back, count it. Sam Pantera with his first field goal of the season. We saw a lot of him on the JV team last year. We covered the JV games last season. And we do have the video stream this season as well, but certainly good to take a look at some of the JV players as Andrew Gray puts in the first bucket of the game for Westborough. Casper with possession, feeds it over. Up top now, Ram from the elbow, no good, air ball collected by Gray.
Kind of got himself caught in the air there, just made the most of it.
Bentley takes it up, feeds it over. Larkin now on the inside, and a jumper, and knocking it down is the freshman McCafferty.
Nice stop and pop in the lane.
Casper feeds it over to Paharik. Out of the right wing to Ram, drive it in, takes it back out, toss to Casper, and we're going to have some contact, and it's going to go Westborough's way.
It's a big play by number 2, Taylor Fredman of Westborough. He incredible quickness to poke the ball out, and then I think Nate Casper got the foul on that, his first. Trying to recover from it, but a heck of a play by the Westborough guard.
14-4, Hillers lead, 3:59 and counting left to go in the first quarter. Bentley with possession. And it's going to go Hillers' way.
5 seconds. Oh,
we're going to get a foul.
Wow, cleared him out. I want to say it was a ticky-tack foul, but it's 14-4.
A little body bump. Yeah. Engel Chapman on the entry. Schnurr feeds it over. Now along the block, up and in goes Pantera.
Just a sophomore.
He looks like a player that's going to get a lot of playing time this year. And we have a steal. Owen Schnorr comes away with it. Schnorr, great soccer player as well. And Westborough going to get it back. Fredman driving up the court, feeds it over, and up and in goes Larkin. There's Aiden Larkin, the senior. A 16-6 game. Casper with possession. Over to Hyman, now back to Casper. Hyman along the corner.
Oh, that's too bad.
Misfire. Backcourt violation, Westborough ball.
Westborough certainly has way too early to throw the towel in, but they certainly kind of leveled things off a little bit and have a little bit of momentum going now.
Yeah, I don't expect this Westborough team to go away. They're usually a pretty tough team, and they usually give the Hillers a good run. Bentley up top. Feeds it over to Fredman. Now along the wing is Gray. Pass over to Henderson. Up top, Bentley for three, no good. Rebound Westborough, Henderson collects.
There's a steal.
And it's stolen away. Casper feeds it up, driving in, and up with the underhand shot, no good there. Pantera is going to strike off the missed Schnorr shot.
Heck of a play.
Sam Pantera squeezing between a couple of defenders and able to get to the ball and put it up and in. Fredman along the baseline feeds it out. Larkin for a long three, no good. Westborough rebound, put back, that is no good. Hillers have it off the missed Bentley shot.
Oh, too bad.
Schnorr lost it there, and Gray collects. Bentley with possession, spins around the defender, feeds it over, and a good feed over to Theo Henderson, who puts it in for two.
Friendly roll off the rim. That was a really tough angle. He didn't really have a backboard to use, and he got it to fall.
Around the perimeter they go. Shot from the corner.
Oh.
Knocking it down is Paharic. Paharic for the three. Nick Paharic, a good multi-sport athlete. Good baseball player as well, as Fredman lost it, and it was knocked out by Engel Chatton, who nearly stole it away. Thomas Engel Chatton, a new face to this team, a junior.
Good hustle.
Certainly was. It'll be Westborough ball. 1:12 left to go in the quarter. Some confusion there by Westborough. Westborough led by head coach Brian Willer. The Hillers, of course, led by head coach Tom Keene. He's done a tremendous job throughout his years. Larkin trying to feed the baseline, and a little miscommunication there. Hillers will get it back. Right. Graham takes it up. Hyman. Back to Graham. Out of the left wing to Schnorr. Schnorr under pressure. And it's taken away.
Ooh.
Larkin with the feed. Up and in goes Henderson. Second bucket for Theo Henderson.
Used his body well to protect himself from the bigger Hiller player.
Fatahi into the game, up for the shot, no good. And Westborough has it. With possession is Fredman. Fredman trying to work through two defenders, and the Hillers steal it back. Hyman with the steal. Good feed of Fatahi, and it's knocked out and taken away by Fredman. Both teams doing a pretty good job defensively in the low post. Fredman driving it up with a hook shot, no good. Loose ball. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. An exciting quarter. And the Hillers lead at 21-10 as we head to the second quarter. A nice way to start off the season, Steve.
Yeah, it's a great start. I mean, there's a lot of points by the Hillers. They did things, things did level off. At one point it was 11-0. And since then it's been pretty even since then. And Coach Keene taking advantage of having a little cushion in the first quarter and getting some of 4 or 5 bench players coming in off early in the game, which was not sure that would happen if it was a much tighter score. But great energy coming into game one, and decent student section at the end. So far, so good. We're off to a good start.
Absolutely, and we kicked off our Hopkinton Hillers winter sports coverage yesterday with Hillers boys hockey as they fell to Norwell 6-1 in their season opener. And we'll have hockey tomorrow as boys hockey will take on Medfield at the New England Sports Center at 8 p.m. We'll have coverage of that game, and then we're back here for girls basketball on Friday. JV game at 5:15, then the varsity game against Norwood at 6:45. You catch all the action right here on HCAM. Hillers will have the entry from the near side to start off the second quarter. Engel Chadden, a junior, will inbound. Engel Chadden gets it over to Casper. Now Rayam. Back to Casper now along the left side. Rayam. Feeds it to Casper, driving in, up, and count it, plus the foul.
Wow, Nate Casper showing some speed and body control, taking it in amongst the trees, so to speak, down low. Created the contact, drew the foul, and rolled it in. Beautiful shot.
Chance for the and one. And he hits it.
Smooth.
6 points so far for Nate Casper. Full court pressure continues for the Hillers. Surrounded by defenders is McCafferty.
Oh, too bad.
And some body contact there. They'll get Fatahi with a push. Team fourth for the Hillers. Hughes on the entry. Up and no good there. Hillers ball off the Miss McCafferty shot. Here comes Casper. Feeds it over to the corner. Up, no good is Rayam. Loose ball.
Oof.
Battle for it, and it's collected. Shot no good by Engel Chadden, and Westborough gets it back. Braden with possession. Feeds it over to Hughes. Up for three. No. Westborough rebound. Good rebound there by Henderson. And it's taken back by the Hillers. Here goes Rayam to the bucket. And it's blocked. And it'll go out of bounds along the far sideline. And it'll be Hillers ball, I believe.
Yeah, Rayam had if he just took it up strong, he was a little bit more concerned, a little bit overly concerned with what was going on behind him. But to his credit, he was trying to just create the contact and keep his body under control to hit the shot. Just didn't fall for him.
Engel Chadden goes backcourt to Casper. Shot from the corner, no good by Rayam. I think he rushed that one a little bit. Westborough ball.
Kind of unnecessary to do that. Plenty of time on the shot clock. But anyway, Hiller's still in command with a 14-point lead. 6:41 left in the half. Full court press. What kind of a half court press?
Yeah, I think you'll see that a lot from this Hillers group. Coach Keene loves that up-tempo defense, that aggressive approach. Gray with possession, surrounded by defenders, loose ball. And battle for it, we'll have a jump ball. Jump ball call, it'll go Westborough's way.
Cole Deisenroth, I'll tell you, he's a tough matchup because he's got some height and he's super quick and he's got the long arms. I mean, to put him in the front of that zone, it's very disruptive.
Boyd on the entry, gets it into Bentley. Back to Boyd. And Bentley driving in, up from the block, no good. Batted around, and it was nearly taken by the Hillers, but we will have a foul. Pantera had it. It was knocked out of his hands, and then the foul drawn up by Gray. Andrew Gray, the junior, at the line.
Pantera with his first foul.
no good. Second free throw, no good. And it's collected by Paharic. Up the far side goes Casper. Working his way in.
Whoa.
Smooth moves to the bucket, no good. And it's pulled down by Larkin. Bentley takes it down the lane, up for the shot, no. Rebound Pantera. Fired up court by Casper. And it's taken back by Boyd. Driving in and drawing the foul is Gray.
Up and down there. Good action. Hillers must have 10 steals this half. And kind of cooled down since they had an 11-0 lead. Both teams haven't really been hitting it the second quarter much.
Well, there's Westborough's first point of the quarter.
Nate Casper with his second foul. Keep an eye on that, 6th team foul.
Second free throw, no good, and it's knocked out of bounds off of Pantera. It'll be Westborough ball.
Boy, Westborough missed 3 out of the last 4 free throws, which is coaches would drive you crazy with that.
A miss there. Westborough able to maintain possession, driving in, and no good. And it's collected by the Hillers. No good was Gray. Hillers quick to work it into the offensive zone.
Oh, nice.
Nice feed by Casper to Pantera, who finishes. Sam Pantera having a night so far, already 10 points. Feed over to Boyd. Up for 3. Got it.
Westborough needed that one. They
certainly did.
Really, they only had 10 points going into this quarter. They got to get their ship and go moving if they're going to get back in this game.
Hillers looking to respond, and they will. Nick Paharic with the finish. He has 7 points so far. Bentley takes it up. And some good ball distribution, but off the hands of McCafferty and out of play from the feed by Larkin. Hillers ball. Here goes Casper. Along the corner, Paharic driving in.
Wow.
Up and in he goes.
Might need a timeout.
Nick Paharic having a nice time finding an opening on the interior. Feed underneath, stolen away by Casper. Casper on a quick break. Takes it around the defender. Good feed to the block, and we're going to have a travel called on Paharic. It'll be Westborough ball. It looks like we're going to get a timeout call by the Rangers. 4:16 left to go in the first half. A 30-14 lead for the Hillers.
Yeah, Westborough getting outscored 9-4 this quarter, and I got to say, Nate Casper really doing a great job taking the ball to the hoop, distributing the ball, made that last-second beautiful pass to Pantera underneath gave up a 3 and for an easy 2 under Bunny. So anyway, that's a lot of points so far for the Hillers. Good start, and Westborough it's kind of teetering on either staying in the game or not. In the next few minutes, going to tell the story of that.
Yeah, Hillers have outscored Westborough in this quarter so far, 9-4. And they got off to a real nice start. Started off the game on a 9-0 run. And that is certainly a good way to start off the season. A lot of times you start off the season a little rusty, missing shots, but the Hillers, not too many bad misses so far.
No, I mean, they're hitting some. Anyway, first game jitters, like you said, but you don't see much of that, and a lot of playing time from a lot of players. Which is also great. Makes the practices more fun.
Absolutely. Off the timeout, Aiden Larkin on the entry. Full court pressure once again by the Hillers. Fredman fires it across. Bentley finds an open man underneath. Gray can't finish. Hillers have it. Casper with possession. Feeds it over. Schnorr for three. No. And Westborough collects. Andrew Gray there to pull it down. Taking it up is Bentley. Over to the wing to Henderson. Off the hands of Bentley, loose ball collected by Casper to the bucket around the defender, and in he goes.
I mean, that was a Euro step and a half. I don't think the Westborough coach Willer thought that was a legal play. There was a lot of time. It might have been two steps. It took about an hour and a half for him to make that layup.
Got some good air.
Yep.
Hillers get the ball back off an errant pass. Hyman with it. And it's stripped away from Pantera, and Westborough gets it back. Fredman with possession. Bentley up for the shot. No good. Grabs his own rebound, puts it back. That's no good. Pantera nearly had it.
Wow,
knocked out of his grasp and out of play, but it is off of Westborough's Bentley. It'll be Hillers' ball.
Bentley just laying it out there. 2 offensive rebounds, diving for the ball. You tip your hat to that kid.
Casper calls it out and feeds it over to Engel Chatton. Back to Casper, driving down. Finds Hyman. Hyman thought about it. Up top, 4-3, air ball by Engel Chatton. Had a play it goes.
Pretty decent crowd here, obviously. Westborough. Geez, the Westborough side, I dare say, has more fans on the Westborough side, just telling it like it is.
We have a steal. Pantera feeds it over Hyman, and no good there. It is going to stay with the Hillers. Last touch by Larkin. Yeah, good turnout, and sometimes you get Hillers fans sitting on the Westborough side.
That's true.
Though, so who knows?
I'll have to do some reconciling later.
We'll have you go down and take a survey. Schnorr over to the corner, up for three, no good by Ram. And it is not kept in bounds by Fredman as he was stepping out of play. It'll be Hillers' ball. Pantera on the entry. Feeds it over, Engel Chatton now, gets it up top, Hyman. Now with it is Ram. Back to Hyman. Pantera up and in.
A tough matchup down low for Westborough with Pantera having his way tonight.
Certainly is. Full court pressure once again. And it pays off. Stolen away by Ram, and it's taken back. And now, quick break to the bucket, and Andrew Gray with the finish. Back and forth we go here. Ram. Pantera. Over the corner, wide open look. Engel Chatton knocks it down.
Nice stroke.
The junior in the scorebooks for his first time tonight. Full court pressure once again. Yeah, we've come up with a lot of steals, including this one. Pantera feeds it over. Hyman. Now Schnorr. Out top, Ram. Trying to get it on the interior. Taken back by Westborough. There for the steal, Bentley. He'll go coast to coast. Up for the shot. It's no good, but the foul's drawn.
Caleb did his best to try to plant his feet, but number 13, Carter Bentley for Westborough, they kind of ran over Caleb, but Caleb didn't have his feet down, so ref's got it right there.
Yep, it's Ram's first foul. First free throw, no good. Westborough struggling from the line to start off this one. They are 1 for 5. Tom Nappy, Steve Spector, happy to be back for another season of Hillers basketball. Second free throw counted. A 37-17 Hillers lead. 1:20 and counting left to go in the second quarter.
20-point lead.
Hyman Trying to feed it inside. It goes off of Fatai. Taken back by Westborough. Quick break. Up and in. Plus the foul, Carter Bentley.
Westborough showing a little muster as the first half comes closing in with about a minute left. Again, they can go in with momentum or not. Right now, Westborough is on the verge of cutting the lead down to 17.
And he completes the and one. Raham with it. Back to Raham goes Hyman. He's looking towards Baharik, and it's going to be a Hillers timeout. Smart call there by Coach Keene. He had nowhere to go with it.
And, you know, a minor victory, even though they're down 17. Westborough trying to grab onto any positive energy, and that fired them up a little bit going into the timeout, knowing that they were not letting the Hillers do anything right there for a brief moment.
Well, if you're Coach Keene, you have to be impressed with your team's performance so far. You outscored Westborough in the first quarter, 21-10. So far in this quarter, 16-10.
Yeah, again, with lots of playing time, 9 or 10 players playing the role, and good to see it's a good start for the Hillers. And Friday night, the Lady Hillers they have 5 or 6 seniors on the team. They have a lot to look forward to. High expectations for the girls, and should be a fun season here in the Athletic Center.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll have another fun playoff season for Hiller Winter Sports. And it's nice that the playoffs will be back this year. It'll be a state format this year. No more sectionals. And it'll certainly be interesting to see how the brackets work with the state format. Casper with possession off the inbound. Feeds it over to the corner.
5 shot clock's winding down.
Back to Fatahi. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Fatahi, no. And put back, count it. Sam Pantera. Right at the shot clock buzzer.
Very fortunate.
McCafferty, 25 seconds and counting left to go. Off the hands of his intended target, Hughes, and out of play.
Coach Willard trying to convince his team to just settle down here. Momentum has changed once again, but down to 1 shot before the half.
Casper going to slow it down a little bit. 15 seconds and counting. Squeezes between 3 defenders, off the glass, no good. Pantera with the putback, count it. What a sequence that was. And what a way to end the quarter by the Hillers. They lead it 41-20 after 2. That was an impressive last minute of that quarter where they were able to put up 4 points and have even a bigger lead over Westborough heading into the halftime locker room.
Wow, I mean, they just doubled them up both quarters, and Pantera at the end, that was with 2 seconds left, just a little icing on the cake, as they say, in the first half, and everything is spread around. You have the scorebook there. It's everyone, there's a number of folks got a bunch of points. It wasn't just 1 or 2 people, although Nate Casper distributing the ball was really great. So great start. Good first half. It
certainly was. Sam Pantera, 16 points so far. He is the team leader. And then you had Nick Baharik chip in with 9 and Nate Casper with 8. Also Cole Deisenroth with 5 and Thomas Engel Chadden with 3 in the first half. The Hillers leading Westborough at the half, 41-20. The second half coming up in about 9 minutes. For now, enjoy the scenery here at the Hopkinton High School Athletic Center. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Basketball on HCAM. And welcome back to the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. We are just about ready for the second half of the season opener for Hopkinton Hillers boys varsity basketball as we enter the second half. It is a 41-20 lead for the Hillers over the Rangers of Westborough. Let's take a look at the scoring totals for the first half. We'll start off with Westborough. Theo Henderson had 4 points, Aiden Larkin with 2. Carter Bentley had 4. Justin McCafferty with 2. Nicholas Boyd with 3. And Andrew Gray with 5. For the Hopkinton Hillers, it was Nate Casper with 8. Nick Paharic with 9. Thomas Engel Chatton with 3. Cole Deisenroth with 5. And Sam Pantera, the sophomore, a team leading 16 points. And he closed out the second quarter with back-to-back field goals as well to help the Hillers off to a 41-20 lead. Hillers start off with possession. Paharic on the entry over to Casper. Hillers working right to left across your screen. Paharic feeds it to the block. Pantera around the defender, draws the foul.
3-second call.
Ooh. Scratch that. It'll be Westborough ball. Full court pressure by the Hillers. It has paid off in a big way in that first half. Wide open, and in goes Andrew Gray. Westborough certainly needs some more looks like that.
A little breakdown on the Hillers' part there in the press. That's the risk that you take when you do that.
Yep. Up and in with the reverse Deisenroth.
Nice underneath move by Cole.
Good feed by Pantera. Along the far side now, Gray, and he lost it. Picked up by Deisenroth. Feeds it over Paharic along the end line, and he draws the foul. It'll be the first foul of the half. Push against Andrew Gray, his second.
Westborough coach not sure if he agrees with that call. Could have gone either way. Just play on almost.
Ram finds Paharic. Deisenroth. And a good read there.
Nice recovery.
But a great recovery. Paharic able to get it back. And now Pantera up, no good. A loose ball. And the feed up court by McCafferty. And it got away from his intended target, but out of bounds. Off of Casper it goes.
I've mentioned it a couple times, but it's just another illustration of Nate Casper's quickness. I mean, that was his hands were quickness just to disrupt that easy layup.
Missed 3 there by Larkin, pulled down by Pantera. Deisenroth with it.
Fortunate there.
Casper along the end line, gets it over, up for 3, and no good is Rayam. It's taken back.
Oh, nice pass.
Over to Deisenroth, and he's just able to keep it in somehow. Casper with it. Takes it out over to Rayam. And now Pantera between 2 defenders, up and count it.
Beautiful passing by the Hillers. A couple of no-look back-to-back passes, and then a beautiful finish on that play.
I don't know how he kept that ball in bounds. That was just great quickness. Up, no good is Gray. And it's pulled down by Deisenroth.
Missed opportunity by Westborough on that one.
Westborough having a tough time finishing. And Nate Fredman. Fredman takes it up. Braden along the corner. Back to the wing to McCafferty. Down in the post and up and drawing the foul is Boyd.
Fatai and Engel Chatton kind of ganging up on number 21 for Westborough, Nicholas Boyd.
They got Engel Chatton with the foul. First to 2 for Boyd, no good. And he hits the second. Along along the far side.
Nice.
Schnorr gets it back across. Great feed underneath, and Fatahi finishes.
I don't know how you keep track of the scoring, but Nate Casper has a bunch of assists. That was one of the nicer ones of the night.
Certainly was. Well, I'm a little too busy to be doing assists, but I'm doing the points.
I'll have to send you some training on that.
Right. You could do the assist for the next year.
Okay.
Up goes McCafferty, and he gets a bucket. Hiller is working against the full court press now as Westborough starting to feel a little anxious, trailing by 20. Schnorr on the entry, backcourt to Casper. Underneath, and a feed to Fatahi off the window and in.
A lot of height. Hiller's
Yeah,
and depth.
seems they got all the height in there right now, pretty much. Fredman. It's it underneath, up and no good, and off the block on the putback, he drew a foul. Nice recovery there by Nick Boyd. They get Zach Hyman with his first, team fourth. Boyd misses on the first. He is 1 for 3 from the line. 4 points overall for the senior.
Pantera back in the game. Finish off the quarter. I'm not sure of what his career high is, but it's first game of this year as a sophomore. I'm saying it sounds like this might be his career high, and plenty of time to add to it.
It is indeed. He was on the JV team last year. This year he is expected to do big things with the varsity roster. It's Fatahi on the and one.
Oof. That's a heck of a little English, little body English and spin on the ball to make that one drop in. Beautiful shot.
This is another player that you should look out for this season, Karosh Fatahi. Certainly showed that he had some good handles last year and had some big games. And having a good game today, 7 points on the night as he finishes off the and one.
Disrupting things defensively as well.
Here goes Stocio, and he feeds it over to the wing, up for 3. No good there is Brady. Loose ball. Hillers have it. Paharic feeds it over. Up and in. Nate Casper.
There's a little Hiller party going on here. 20. All of a sudden, the lead is up to 27 points. If my math skills are, well, they're dwindling, but I can still pull that together for you. It's a lot of points against 60 points.
27 they're up by.
In any event, it was a 20-point lead. It's kind of starting to spread out into the 27 range. Is a big, big mountain.
Math's hard, right? Hughes over to Boyd. Braden, around the perimeter they go. Westborough trying to find a way into the interior. The Hillers defending well. And they're running out of time on the shot clock, and it's taken away. Nate Casper with the steal, feeds it up. Paharic back to Casper. Driving in, gets it over. And the 3 is knocked down by Thomas Engel-Chatton. What a nice finish there by the junior. 5 seconds left.
You got to get a shot off, guys.
They certainly do. And there it is. Buzzer beater, no good. Off the rim it goes from James Braden. And after 3 quarters of play, it's the Hillers leading by 30, 63-33. The fourth quarter coming up in moments on HCAM. And welcome back. We are ready for the final 8 minutes of this game. Hillers leading Westborough 63-33. And number of good performances so far tonight on the Hillers, but your leading scorer up to this point is Sam Pantera, 22 points. Having a tremendous night in his first varsity game. Westborough, they have their work cut out for them in this fourth quarter to try to get back into this game. And it's stolen away. Here comes Baharik. Feeds it over, and with the finish, it's Casper.
Casper's racking up some points as well.
Yeah, he has 14 on the night.
Oh.
An errant pass there. Out of play it goes. Hiller's ball. A little too much on it towards Henderson.
Well, I'm going to test my math skills again. 32 points is Big Mountain. But being up 30 points going into the fourth quarter, right now Westborough, from their perspective, just needs to just compete and just work on some of the things they need to work on.
Yep, just play it out. And I'll tell you, though, this Hillers boys team, a lot of talent on display tonight. There's Nate Casper with a nice lay-in there. Casper coming on strong in the second half.
He's tough to handle. Super quick, got some hops, and he's hitting his shots.
Yeah, he has 16 points overall, and knocking down a three, Aiden Larkin. Larkin with 9 points for Westborough. Casper takes it up. Down the lane, feeds it out. Angle Chatton knocks it down. His third three bucket of the night.
Wow.
9 points for Engel Chatton. Boyd feeds it over. Larkin now over to the short corner. Now driving in, laying it up. Bentley no good. Hillers have it.
Oh.
Ooh. Just a little mistake there by Casper.
We're going to cut him a little slack because he's had such a great game. He kind of, to say it was a little bit lazy. He tried to catch that ball with one hand. He knows it too. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, he has 16 points, so he's forgiven.
Yeah, we're gonna
Well, dominant performance by the Hillers tonight against their crosstown rival, Westborough Rangers, non-league crosstown rival. Up no good is Henderson. Hillers have it back. Schnorr with it. Schnorr driving down. Feeds it into the lane. Kaufman.
3 seconds.
Surrounded by defenders and trying to come away with it. He'll draw contact.
Matt Kaufman, senior.
It'll be a team fourth for Westborough. You get Aiden Larkin with his first. He'll chat on the entry. Kaufman leaves it out. Stevens. Now Schnorr over to the corner. Engel Chatton, no good that time. Loose ball along the end line. And it'll be Westborough ball. Well, I think it's safe to say Hopkinton going to start off the season with a nice win in the books.
I mean, you know, the Westborough team can only compete and do their thing for so long, and you know, I'm sure we'll see some, as we're already starting to see some of the bench players who are so important for the season, keeping the practices going. But anytime they can get some playing time, get 10 or 12 boys in the game, it's good for everybody.
Certainly is. Carter Bentley trying to finish off an and one. Alex Smith into the game for the Hillers. Getting a nice applause.
Thomas Engel Chatton had himself a nice game.
Certainly did. Smith with a rebound.
I think Alex Smith had his fan club here tonight. Just touches the ball in the student section is erupting over there.
Get Engel Chatton at 9 points tonight for the Hillers. Kaufman trying to drive in, gives it up, and a nice finish by Hyman. He's in the scorebooks for his first time tonight. Bentley feeds it over. Boyd. Now Henderson. Gets down to Bentley. Over to the wing, up for three. No good there by Boyd. Pass up over to Hyman. Feed over to the corner, up for three. No good. Schnorr with the missed shot. It'll go Westborough's way.
And Westborough is wholesale changes for them. Why not? It's a...
Yeah, get everybody in there. Get them some playing time. Well, game one of the season, a long way to go for both these teams. But certainly have to be excited what you see here by the Hillers. Just great on both sides of the ball. Very good offensively. I mean, 72 points so far. That's pretty unbelievable. No good.
Must have about close to 20 steals or something. Carson, a smart play.
Yeah. Carson with off the rebound, driving the baseline, and off the hands of Smith, and out of play it goes.
4 minutes left. Sort of mercilessly, help me out. There's only
mercilessly.
So much. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there's a three. Enzo Macucci.
Starting to stutter here. Such a big lead.
Well, don't get nervous now. Driving down, and the feed over to the corner by Stevens to Carson. Missed three, and we have a foul on the rebound. It's going to be against Hopkinton. I think they're going to get Alex Smith with contact.
A little bit of nudge from behind just to... Well, oftentimes, if there's a sort of a lopsided score, some of the players that are in now for both teams wouldn't be coming in until about 1 or 2 minutes left. But in this particular case, I'm not sure what that call was there.
Well, anyway. Yeah, in this particular case, get him in a little earlier. Yeah. But Coach Keene, I mean, he's known for utilizing really his whole roster.
Yep. Just stopped in my commentary because I wasn't sure what that call was, but I guess number 21 for Matt Kaufman got a little foul there.
Up for three. No good off the rim. Hillers have it. Nice rebound by Stevens off the missed shot by Bedidpur. Up for three. No good. Put back, and it's pulled down by Sakib. Hillers still playing some hard defense here, trying to draw up those turnovers. As I said, they're a team that'll keep their foot on the gas throughout. Up for three, no good. Hillers have it off the missed Braden shot. And Westborough gets it right back. We'll have Hillers.
Oh, nice recovery.
Boys Varsity hockey tomorrow against Medfield. That game at 8 p.m. It'll be live from the New England Sports Center right here on HCAM. We're back here Friday for girls basketball as we have a foul here.
Zachary Hyman with the foul there. His first of the game.
A good team effort by Hillers, and the number of contributors tonight. It's always good when you have several players that contribute in a big way.
And another sort of angle for the players who are on the floor now, that, you know, it's an early in the season. Do a couple of good things, the coaches take note, and it's just an opportunity to get on the floor and show what you can do. So they're not coming in here mailing it in. They're all both teams are their entire bench is looking for playing time.
Oh, definitely, and both coaches still seeing what they got really in these situations, as it's so early in the season, and it is a very good possibility you'll see different players getting more playing time as the season goes on. Up for three, Smith. Ooh. No. And it's pulled down by Braden.
You can see the student section was rooting that one for that to go in.
Yeah, they're hoping Smith would get in the scorebooks. Up for the shot, no good off the rim. Rebound, Carson. Fired up to Hyman, a little too much. Westborough gets it back. We certainly want to give a big thank you to our crew tonight. Mary Arnott, John Ritz, the A-Team, doing a great job as usual. Knocked out, and Stevens feeds it over. Hyman trying to finish, and he can't. Westborough gets it back. Pass over by Stocio. Braden feeds it over. Now back to Stocio. Now Braden up for a long three, no good.
Wow, nice play.
Nice job by Kaufman keeping that in bounds. Up and in with the left hand goes Wyatt Stevens.
Beautiful play.
His first points of the night.
Tough to keep the body under control, but he found a way to do that.
Wyatt Stevens, another good multi-sport athlete. Was a member of the football team as Rowan batted per with the bucket. Hyman feeds it into the interior, up and in. Matt Kaufman.
Senior forward. I'm not sure if everyone's got points tonight, but pretty close to it.
Yeah, there's a couple players that do not, but off a quick count, it looks like you got 9 different point scores for the Hillers.
That's pretty good distribution, any way you slice it. But team effort. Game is winding down. 40 seconds left.
Up for 3, no good. And the Hillers have it. Stevens tosses it up. Hyman. Up for 3. Count it. Nate Carson.
Whew.
There's another one into the scorebooks for the Hillers. Well, they could hit the 80 mark. But 79's okay, too.
Yeah, right. I was going to say.
That is quite a lot of points for 32 minutes.
Rejected.
Rejected. What a block by Alex Smith.
I shouldn't really shoot it here. But.
Is he going to take a buzzer beater? He'll hold on to it. And what a dominant win for the Hopkinton Hillers. They take the victory 79-45. A very impressive performance to start off the season, as the Hillers will start off in the win column with a 79-45 win over Westborough. Steve, any final thoughts?
Well, just, we've kind of covered it all, but just looking at the score as the game went along, it's such a linear flow. There's approximately 20 points per quarter to 10 points per quarter, 4 quarters in a row. That is just total dominance, All due respect to Westborough. They never quit, but the Hillers just had too much to handle for them, too much height. Without listing all the plays, just a lot of assists, tons of steals, great team effort, and looking forward to a fun season here.
Absolutely. Sam Pantera, 22 points for the Hillers. Nate Casper, 16. Impressive performance by the Hillers tonight as they get the 79-45 victory over Westborough. For our crew, Mary Arnott and John Ritz, my broadcast partner, Steve Spector, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Basketball on HCAM. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.